Γεια σας όλους, σας είναι ο JohnyThan εδώ και καλώς ήρθατε πίσω στο doki. Έχει περάσει μία εβδομάδα να μαντέψω που έχουμε να συνεχίσουμε εκεί που μείναμε. Θυμόμασταν όλοι τι έγινε την προηγούμενη φορά, εντάξει. Όλο το κλαμπ ήταν απογοητευμένο που εγώ αποφάσισα να μην μπω μαζί τους. Και μετά αλλάξαμε τη γνώμη μας και αποφασίσαμε να μπούμε στο κλαμπ τους. Και τι άλλο, αποφασίσαμε να γράψουμε ένα ποίημα για την επόμενη μέρα ή για την επόμενη φορά όταν ξαναβρεθούμε, να το διαβάσουμε δυνατά το ποίημα για να πούμε το πώς αισθανόμαστε όλοι μας. Και τώρα είμαστε πίσω και να μάθουμε τώρα ποιες από αυτές τις 4 να διαβάσουμε το ποίημα. Εσείς πάντως ποιες νομίζω ότι θα είναι καλή να διαβάσω? Άλλωστε κανένας από εσάς δεν μου είχε γράψει κάτω στα σχόλια σε ποια να ξεκινήσω πρώτον, γιατί έγραψα το δικό μου ποίημα και σκέφτομαι σε ποια από τις 4 να το μοιραστώ πρώτον, οπότε δεν ξέρω μετά ακριβώς θα γίνει. Οπότε θα πρέπει απλώς μόνος μου να επιλέξω ποια να διαλέξω. Οκ, θα σταματήσω να μιλάω και ας απλώς μπούμε μέσα. Ναι, load, ναι. 4 Οκτωβρίου ήταν η τελευταία φορά. Wow. Συγγνώμη, πάμε στη συνέχεια. Λοιπόν, θα το πάμε, εγώ να το πάμε με τη Yuri. Yuri seems the most experiment, so I should start with her. Ναι. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. Ναι. Ορίστε. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passed more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. Nah. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading thought it. Ah, so it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? No, but if I I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. No. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific written habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been taught that myself, I kind of learning to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a ring style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the experience are weakened. Once Yuri finishes her train of thoughts, it's as if her demeanor totally changed. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit blazed though. Blaze? How? Well, never mind. I should be talking about people like that. I shouldn't be talking to people like that. Nah. Sorry. It's fine. Όλα καλά. Δεν με πειράζει, Yuri. Άλλωστε θα προσπαθήσω εγώ να σκεφτώ τι σου άρεσε πιο πολύ να κάνεις. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Okay. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles deeply as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Nah. Which is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a life retro club? Nah. Για να δούμε εσύ τι έχεις γράψει. Be fast. Okay, behind the light. The features of my harmful beats that and glows beautiful. It must be stuff. Δεν ξέρω τι λένε. That have witnessed the likes get to be repaired by the blue of my horse back breaking and at the purse, but things in the past the light pickles. Okay. I'm sorry, I have some terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, it's just don't read script very often. Ναι, αυτό είναι το πράγμα. Το script δεν μπορώ να το διαβάσω καλά. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mind. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, John. Nah. Δεν υπάρχουν φαντάσματα. Αν υπήρχαν φαντάσματα πραγματικά και τρομάζαμε και βλέπουμε μια τρομακτική ιστορία, τότε ναι, γι' αυτό θα τρομάζαμε. Really. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feeling and expressions in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Nah. Loitering in her last remaining place of confront, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting in that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Ναι, πράγματι. It's nothing, really. Όχι, αλήθεια. Ήταν υπέροχο αυτό που είπες και για πρώτη φορά που διαβάζεις το δικό μου και εγώ το δικό σου ήταν απλώς υπέροχο που αρχίζουμε να τα βρίσκουμε. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Okay, yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Εγινε, Yuri. Εγινε. Okay. Για να διαβάσουμε επόμενη. Ας πάμε με την Sayori, γιατί και η Sayori που ήταν ευγενική μαζί μας που είμαστε και δίπλα στο σπίτι, είναι σημαντική και αυτή να μάθουμε. Oh my goodness. This is so good, John. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. No, I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Oh. Ώστε και εσύ είχες την ίδια ιδέα όπως εγώ. Εγώ διάλεξα το τι μου άρεσε και εσύ δεν είχες ιδέα τι σου άρεσε επίσης. Περίεργο. Jeez. Yuri Opens was way more conservative than this. Maybe even Natsuki. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a John poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Wow. Ώστε αυτή όταν διαβάσει το δικό μου poem, επειδή εγώ πρόσεξα πριν την Sayori που την καθάρισα για το πόσο χάλι ήταν το μαλλί της και το πως είχε κάτι σαν οδοντόκρεμα πάνω στο πρόσωπό της, την έκανε να με ερωτευτεί ακόμα, ότι είναι ακόμα πιο ερωτευμένη μαζί μου. Και επειδή εγώ διάλεξα το τι ήθελα να γράψω, αυτή απλώς το βλέπει το δικό της πόνο με βλέπει σαν να είμαι ο δικός της σένπα τώρα να μαντέψω κάτι. Sayori hugs the stripes against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Ναι. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Ναι, επειδή ήταν δική σου ιδέα να με φέρεις στο club. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. Okay. See? It's like I said before, John. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Nah. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Ακριβώς. Ακριβώς. Ένας καλός τύπος, όταν έχεις αισθήματα μέσα σου και κάνεις κάτι καλό για πρώτη φορά, ο άλλοι θα σε βλέπουν ότι είσαι ένας πολύ καλός τύπος. Ακόμα και αν είσαι λίγο ενοχλητικός και περίεργος, και πάλι μέσα σου νιώθεις ότι είσαι πολύ καλός. Thanks, Sayori. Ναι, ευχαριστώ πράγματι, Sayori. Παρόλο που εγώ πέρασα πολλά στην αληθινή μου ζωή και εσύ μου είπες ότι είμαι ένας πολύ καλός τύπος από μέσα μου, και πάλι σε ευχαριστώ γι' αυτό. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my note here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reasons I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Okay, we'll see about that. Ναι, να δούμε. Okay, αυτό μπορώ να το διαβάσω καλύτερα. Λοιπόν, Dear Sunshine, The way you glow through my lines in the morning, I make me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to whisk away a raining day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want big breakfast. Ωραίο. Μου άρεσε. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. Okay. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no questions. No, ισχύει. I forgot to do it last night. Και το έγραψες τώρα το πρωί, ώστε για να καταλάβω λίγο κάτι τώρα. Χτες δεν μπορούσες να γράψεις τίποτα το βράδυ επειδή δεν μπορούσες να σκεφτείς καλά. Ενώ σήμερα το πρωί, επειδή είδες τώρα τον ήλιο, έτσι σκέφτηκες να γράψεις όλο αυτό το πράγμα, επειδή έβλεπες τον ήλιο και τον μπλε ουρανό. Και έτσι το σκέφτηκες να το κάνεις αυτό το πρωί. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Ναι, τουλάχιστον. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Nah. Πράγματι. Yeah. Especially that last time. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. No. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Ναι. Το ελπίζω. Νατσούκι υποθέτω ήταν πολύ κακιά μαζί μου, ενώ η Μόνικα και οι άλλες δύο και η Ριούρι ήταν πολύ ευγενική, οπότε θα πάω λίγο με την Μόνικα και την Νατσούκι θα την αφήσω στο τέλος, γιατί ήταν η πιο κακιά μαζί μου. Πάμε με την Μόνικα. Hi John. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, John. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Ναι, αυτό ισχύει. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Okay. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Haha, I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori written has kind of a gentle feel to it. Ισχύει. Sayori έχει πολλά πράγματα που εγώ σκέφτομαι στον ουρανό, όπως σκέφτομαι εγώ καλά ωραία πράγματα, όπως η μουσική, να διαβάζω βιβλίο, όλα αυτά. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy the sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure it'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit blazed towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Ευχαριστώ. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who comes to not be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay. Hole in wall. It could have been me. See the direction, the sparkle, pardon, a nosy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. A pair used for a club. No, I can't see real blind like a fun left out in the sun. But it's too late. My rituals already me with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. I was too deep. String forever onto everything. A whole entire holes. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. I was looking out and he on the other side was looking in. Αυτό ήταν το τέλος, okay. So, what do you think? It's very freedom, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that's kind of a style have gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on this thing between words and lines. When performing out loud it can be really powerful. Ναι. Όταν είσαι μόνος υποθέτω ναι. και κάνεις έτσι προπόνηση και γράφεις κάτι και είσαι πάνω στη σκηνή, θα είναι λίγο δύσκολο, αλλά όταν είσαι μόνος σου και διαβάζεις κάτι μόνος σου, είναι πολύ ωραία. What was the impression behind this one? Ναι. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of opinions recently. It's been unfilling my poems a bit. I'm epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about the deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Nah. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Something when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixed on a specific point. Nah. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and TBD it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark bundle of ink. Oh ναι, ισχύει απόλυτα. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Και τελευταία σε έμεινε Νατσούκι. Να δούμε εσύ τι έχεις, παρόλο που ήσουν ατακτή όταν πρώτο γνωριστήκαμε. Well, it's about what I expect from someone like you. Να, είδες, το κάνεις και πάλι. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was a bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your testes. Do you want to get smacked? Είδες, τώρα είσαι πολύ κακιά μαζί μου, παρόλο που σου είπα γλυκούλα και πάλι θα βρεθείς κακιά μαζί μου. Γι' αυτό σ' άφησα τελευταία θέση να τσουκί. I'll pass. Well, anyways, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you will like it. Να διαβάσουμε τι έχεις να πεις. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Αυτό ήταν απλώς μια μαλακία. Μόνο θα γράψεις μόνο για πίθηκους και για ζώα το τι κάνουν δεξιά και αριστερά τώρα. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Τι? What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Αυτό το λες εσύ και έτσι το νιώθεις για το τι είπαν οι άλλοι, αλλά εγώ δεν το βλέπω έτσι. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style would make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for our run at the end, but then made it fall that one purpose. It helps brings out the feeling in the last line. So you did it. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. Okay, I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. Ναι, τα καταφέραμε. I'm glad around the room. Okay. A glam around the room. That was a little more stressful than I unexpected. It was everything I'd shown me from my medicine writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a lecture club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eye lands on Yuri and Natsuki. Okay, Yuri and Natsuki. They exchange sheets of papers, sharing their respective poems. As they read in turn, I watch each of their expressions changed. Nah. Natsuki eyebrows furrow in frustrations. Ώστε ήταν θυμωμένη και δεν της άρεσε να μαντέψω. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Μάλιστα, ώστε αυτή ήταν θυμωμένη ενώ αυτή ήταν λίγο στεναχωρημένη. Να μαντέψω, δεν ξέρω. Τέλος πάντων. Πρέπει να σκεφτώ να κάνω κάτι να τις κάνω όλες χαρούμενες. What's with the language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki distantly returns the poems to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. You're so cute. Yours is cute. Cute? Είδες, ακόμα και η Yuri το βρίσκει ότι ήταν εξελάτευτο το δικό σου poem. Did you completely miss the symphony or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Ναι, όπως και εγώ για παράδειγμα. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Τώρα θα συμπεριφερθείς έτσι κακιά μαζί της επειδή αυτή σου είπε ότι σου άρεσε το τέτοιο. Σοβαρά, Νατσούκι? Δεν ξέρω τι να πω. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Για να τους δούμε τι είναι. Να δούμε. Να δούμε τι είναι. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And John did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the often, but I've spent a long time explaining my writing style. I don't expect it to change anything soon unless of course I come across something factual inspiring, no, which is haven't yet. No. And John liked my poem too, you know. No. He even told me he was impressed by it. No. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Wow, στα αλήθεια το έπεις αυτό δυνατά μπροστά στην Yuri? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that John appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Τέλεια, τώρα και διότι θα τσακωθούν για το ποιος... το τι. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do over cutesy. You... Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as John started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Η Natsuki και Yuri για την Monica. I don't like fighting, guys. Ναι, καλύτερα να σταματήσουμε το τσακωμό. Δεν είναι ώρα να τσακωνόμαστε. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. John? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple written is more effective, then this would have happened in the first place. Κοιτάξτε, και δύο σας τώρα τσακώνεστε για το ποιος έγραψε το καλύτερο τέτοιο. Και εγώ είπα ότι και δυο σας ήταν το καλύτερο και τώρα θα τσακωθείτε για το ποιο έχει τώρα το δίκιο. What's the point in making your poems all convincing for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, John. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feeling and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limited yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, John? Ναι, το καταλαβαίνω. Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, nah. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I like your poem. See? Wait. That's not unexpected for you to be so mean. You should pick a fight just because someone's absence is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri would even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? You're a seriously talented writer. It's not secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But there's the thing. But here's the thing, sorry. No matter how simple or refinement someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt when you said her poem was cute. Περίμενε. Έχω λίγο μπερδευτεί. Πρέπει να ξαναγυρίσω πίσω στο σημείο που τσακωθήκανε, γιατί τώρα έχω λίγο μπερδευτεί. Τώρα ξέρω ότι όλοι μας τα βρίσκουμε, αλλά... Ασύ. Συγγνώμη, αλλά πρέπει να ξαναβγώ. Πρέπει να ξαναβγώ και να ξαναμπώ και να ξαναγυρίσω στο σημείο που ήμουνα, γιατί έχω λίγο μπερδευτεί τώρα. Υποθέτω, ναι. Δηλαδή πρώτον απ' όλων αυτή λέει ότι αγαπά το τέτοιο σου και προσπαθεί να είναι τόσο ευγενική, ενώ εσύ απλώς δεν θέλεις να παίξεις ευγενικά. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is not more effective, then this would have happened in the first place. What's the point if in making your poems all come for one reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, John. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convert complex feeling and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limited yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, John? No. Καταλαβαίνω. Well... How... No, in the first place, it's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more higher of me. Ναι, λοιπόν. Εγώ που θα διαλέξω την Yuri, οπότε διάλεξα την Yuri που έκανε τη σωστή επιλογή. Γιατί υπάρχουν κάποιοι λόγοι γιατί εγώ διαλέγω την Yuri. Πρώτον, είναι ευγενική, καλή και της άρεσε το... Και όταν της είπα ότι της άρεσε το τέτοιο, τουλάχιστον... Οκ, για να ξαναπροσπαθήσω πάλι. Λοιπόν, ο λόγος γιατί επέλεξα την Yuri είναι επειδή πρώτον της είχα πει ότι της άρεσε το ποίημα και της άρεσε πολύ, αλλά τουλάχιστον αυτή βρίσκεται το δικό μου ήταν ωραίο και κάτι δεν ξέρω. Η άλλη από την άλλη πλευρά δεν ήρθε μόνο για να κάνει καλά πράγματα, αλλά μόνο... δεν ξέρω. Η άλλη... Ξέχασα τώρα η Sayuri, όχι. Natsuki νομίζω. Ναι, νομίζω Natsuki. Έχω ξεχάσει το όνομα. Ναι, Natsuki, σωστά αυτό, ναι. Λοιπόν, η Natsuki από την άλλη πλευρά δεν ήρθε εδώ να κάνει φιλικά πράγματα. Παρόλο που έγραψε το δικό της κάτι και όλοι δεν της άρεσε. Ακόμα δεν θέλει η Yuri να της μιλάει γενικά και τέτοια. Τέλος πάντων, εγώ πάω με τη Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I like your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be mean. No. You should pick a fight just because someone absent is different. No. Ακριβώς. Δεν μπορείς να κάνεις ένα τσακωμό για κάποιον που σου είπε ότι ήταν τόσο καλό. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. No. I understand. Yuri, you're a serious, talented writer. Ακριβώς. It's not secret that I was impressed. Well, but there's the thing. No matter how simple a references someone writes style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's what Natsuki felt when you said her poem was cute. Now, I see. I did notice that. I'm sorry. Δεν το ήθελες. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well. And if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding me? That's exactly what I did. Ναι. Γιατί εμείς σου είπαμε ότι ήταν πολύ καλό το τέτοιο σου και εσύ δεν τους φέρθηκε σωστά. Γι' αυτό το λόγο εμείς τώρα, γι' αυτό εγώ είμαι τώρα στην πλευρά της Yuri, επειδή εσύ δεν της φέρθηκες καλά. Ενώ σε μένα μπορεί να μου φέρθηκες καλά ή μπορεί και όχι, τώρα δεν ξέρω τι, αλλά σε Yuri δεν της φέρθηκες καλά και αυτό τώρα δεν ήταν σωστό. It was her that Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki, yeah. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She trapped at this point, being different only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps me to take a walk and clear my head. No. Sayuri, she doesn't need to. Sayuri doesn't need to. Ναι, εσύ απόλυτα. Και εγώ λέω να το σώσουμε εδώ. Να το σώσουμε εδώ. Και να σταματήσουμε μέχρι εδώ. Λοιπόν, για να βγούμε τώρα από το παιχνίδι. Εγώ δεν το περίμενα ότι αυτοί οι δύο θα τσακωθούν τώρα. Δεν περίμενα ότι αυτοί οι δύο θα τσακωθούν τώρα, έτσι, για το ποιος έγραψε το σωστό ποίημα κάτι. Εγώ είμαι στο πλευρά της Γιούρι, γιατί η Γιούρι ήταν έτσι ευγενική και της είπε ότι της, πώς το λένε, της άρεσε το τέτοιο, το τι έγραψε η Σαγιόρι. Αλλά η Σαγιόρι δεν ήταν ευγενική και άρχισαν έναν τσακωμό. Και όλοι μας ήμασταν στο πλευρό της Γιούρι και κανένας δεν ήταν με την Σαγιόρι, οπότε ελπίζω να το πάω σωστά τώρα το όνομα. Ή και όχι, αλλά τέλος πάντων, αν μπερδεύτηκα και έκανα λάθος, ζητάω συγγνώμη. Λοιπόν, εμένα δεν μου άρεσε αυτός ο τσακωμός πάντως, παρόλο που όλοι μας διαβάσαμε τα ποίηματά μας και είπαμε αυτό που μας άρεσε, τουλάχιστον αυτό μπορούμε να χαρούμε. Αλλά για το υπόλοιπο που έγινε ένας τσακωμός, όχι. Έπρεπε να πάω πίσω και να το ξανακοιτάξω και να δω τι ακριβώς έγινε. Και καταλάβαμε ακριβώς τι έγινε. Η Γιούρι, ναι, Νατσούκι, να σωστά, η Γιούρι και η Νατσούκι λοιπόν. Η Γιούρι είπε ότι ήταν ωραίο το γράμμα στη Νατσούκι και της άρεσε, αλλά η Νατσούκι από την άλλη πλευρά δεν νομίζω ότι ήταν σωστό. Και αυτή δεν ήθελε να παίξει έτσι ευγενικά, γιατί όλο κάνει την κακιά, όλο κάνει πράγματα με το δικό της τρόπο. Ενώ η Γιούρι είναι ευγενική και καλή και αρέσει καλά πράγματα και θέλει να πει καλά πράγματα σε άλλους για να τους κάνει να νιώσει καλύτερα. Οπότε θα πάμε το πλευρό της, γι' αυτό πήγαμε το πλευρό της Γιούρι, επειδή είναι ευγενική όπως εγώ. Και εγώ θέλω ευγενικά πράγματα. Και όταν οι άλλοι λένε ότι αυτή ήταν κακή μαζί μου και αυτό, εγώ είμαι με το πλευρό που λένε ότι είναι πολύ καλή. Αυτό. Τέλος πάντων, θα σταματήσω μέχρι εδώ. Τι θα γίνει τώρα στη συνέχεια με το doki? Και ας ελπίσουμε να κάνουμε τη Γιούρι να νιώσει καλύτερα τουλάχιστον. Τέλος πάντων, θα σταματήσω μέχρι εδώ. Αν σας άρεσε, μια εγγραφή και ένα like θα ήταν ευγενικό, παιδιά. Ελπίζω να σας άρεσε, γιατί εμένα μου αρέσει το doki και θέλω να κάνω έτσι κάτι καινούριο. Και πάντοτε θα σας δω στο επόμενο βίντεο. Και τι θα γίνει στη συνέχεια, ποιος ξέρει, μπορεί να κάνουμε την Γιούρι να ερωτευτεί μαζί μας, ό,τι δείξει. Γεια σας!